literally every boss.
GG.
Oh, yeah, that's so good. Do we want to do one more run or?
We can try arcade mode.
Actually, yeah, arcade mode would be nice.
Oh, we got someone. We got a Moshi. Hey.
Alright, so it's 10:39. Do we want to do a run or should we just like do a closing?
I think we can just do like a temporary closing bell.
Yeah.
Also, Trevor logging on entirely screwed up the layout.
I'm drunk off me.
Oh my god. Alright, I'm gonna get out.
Okay,
I'm gonna hop out of game. I'm gonna hop out of game then.
So it's now like a full Chris, half a Ray. Ray is Andy is Trevor's icon. Ray is the other half of Ray and Andy. Tom is still Tom.
I'm trapped between two worlds.
Yeah, seriously.
Welcome to the transgender experience.
All right, hold on. Let me.
Oh man, I didn't realize tonight would be Ray's VTuber debut. Holy shit!
All right, there we go.
Ray, you
Trevor, if you want to put your, are you putting your cam on or just doing voice?
Fuck.
So no, just voice.
So just voice. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Trevor be not wearing a shirt or pant.
Let me unplug my controller.
That is fine.
Now that we're done.
I'm just gonna use that to reorganize.
Hey, look at us. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Absolutely. I'm wearing meat. That's what I'm wearing. I'm wearing meat. No, I'm actually wearing.
Man.
I heard you're wearing meat, and I was like, "Is this a Lady Gaga scenario?" The newest Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
There we are.
Okay, so there's Ray's floating in space now.
Yep, Ray's floating in space. So am I. Hello.
Right. Okay. There's
Ray's
half Andy, half composite Andy, Ray.
Oh gosh. So that's what a half flesh tuber, half VTuber hybrid looks like.
Do never say the word flesh
tuber. Don't
again.
ever say.
I will break into your house and yell.
If you say the word flesh tuber, I'm going to get a zip car and crash it through your apartment.
It's been a while since I've heard of that threat. Holy shit.
Yeah, well, listen, do you want to be Herotted?
There's no river by me. Well, actually, there's no river deep enough.
I will buy Ray a plane ticket to throw you into a Japanese river. The most
Jesus.
I will give Ray a couple of gallons of water. We'll make our own river.
Zero and Kembley coming in. What up?
Yeah, we got. Yo, I'm saying we got fucking people coming in. People want. Yeah,
there's a lot of the old crew up in here. God damn.
People love Ninja Turtles, like which is why they
nostalgia street. It's the nostalgia pop. It's the nostalgia pop.
So like, here's the thing though. Like, is the nostalgia like Ninja Turtles never really went away?
Yeah.
That brand.
Let me get some music going.
Let's go.
There we go.
So we're done with Teenage Mutant Ninja
So
Turtles,
hey Tom,
right? Yes,
I don't like Twitter. Why?
No.
Have they still been up your ass?
If you're talking about that thread, I've mentioned it. I just happened to find it after we beat the game. I'm like, oh,
I don't understand
you guys just
how you
motherfuckers.
I don't understand how you can make a dumbass tweet, leave it fucking open, get fucking dogged on, fucking like lock yourself. Look at the fucking QRTs and then reopen and then unopen again and be like, oh, I don't know why they're fucking dogging on me. I don't know why.
I don't know why. I don't know why you guys didn't invite me of all people.
Oh no! Well, that's the whole thing, right? It wasn't just like it wasn't a coordinated attack. Like I was checking Twitter, I saw the bad tweet. I was like, that's bad. And then I saw Trevor dunk on that, and I was like, well, if Trevor's gonna dunk on, I'm gonna chime in.
I don't usually dunk on tweets, so when it happens, it's fucking glorious.
I miss all of it. I miss like all of this happening. All I knew was that someone who locked was just Trevor going, I don't fucking know about that, Chief, and then like a whole bunch of deleted tweets right after it. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on?
Right, because like, so there was like, so I'm not sure what like webtoon, like I read one webtoon, it has Batman in there. Who doesn't exist.
I don't read any.
Yeah.
I don't read any.
But like, you should read Batman Family. It's actually good. That being said, so like, someone was calling them a homophobe for like dunking on that webtoon because like it's a queer cartoon, which I don't know about that. I wouldn't call them a homophobe, but they tried dunking on New York City, not realizing the people of New York are on Twitter and we are vicious. Like, if you live in New York, the only people allowed the people who shit on New York are people who live in New York because they literally shit in New York. Okay.
Yeah. I love.
Literal New Yorkers live literally only people allowed to
Right.
dunk on New York.
Right. If
I love that
Ray
she
was like, "Fuck New York, I hate New York." I'm like, that's fair. Ray could do that.
I love that she
I mean,
tried to like.
I was born in Queens, so like I can retroactively dunk on New York City.
I love that she tried to pull that and be like, "Hey, listen, I've been living in New York for a couple of months now." It's like, no, you're visiting. You're on an extended hiatus. You ain't living in New York.
No, cut that
No,
bullshit
no,
out.
no.
You're a fucking transplant. Cut that bullshit out.
Torrent
Yeah,
trash.
exactly.
Right.
100%.
I lived in New York longer than they were alive as a person, so like, don't play that card, you know?
If they don't, okay, here's the rule. People might who are listening who are from out of state may be wondering like, well, how do you know that you made it as a New Yorker? Like, what's the cutoff? If they know who if they see you enter the bodega and they already got your fucking order ready.
Yeah,
like ready to go. That's when you're in. That's when you are officially a New Yorker.
If you can actually say the full word bacon, egg, and cheese in one fucking word, salt, pepper, vinegar in one fucking word,
I got my Yankees fitted. I got my Timbs. I got the two bacon, egg, and cheeses for my hands, and I have the Arizona taste.
If you have the Yankees fitted and at least 3 pairs of Timbs, then you can call yourself.
When I went to Portland to go visit my best friend who used to live here, he always like, just go get 2 dozen bagels and put them in a bag and bring them down. Like, put them in your backpack. Like, all right, you know what? I'm like, it's fair.
No, dude, Portland's good for a lot of things. You know what they're not good for? Bagels. Last time I was in Portland, I got fucking ripped off my ass on $4 beers at a bar because I was like, oh, here's $20 to buy many beers, and I gave them two $20 worth of beers.
So I got fucked up.
I got drunk, played Soul Calibur with Camille. Camille reminded me who she was, and then at revenge, I went to the jukebox and put in $5 worth of My Chemical Romance to remind her who I am. But next morning, I had a very vivid dream where I shat myself, and I woke up. Did not. But I peed for like 5 minutes straight, and I was like, I need breakfast in this shitty town. Again, Portland. But I was so hungover, and I walked around my neighborhood I was staying in, could not find like a bodega because it's Portland. I was like, I am not eating at Starbucks with a hangover. That's not gonna do anything. I found this one shot that it said New York style bagels, bacon. It was like sausage. It was chicken sausage, egg and cheese. I was like, fine.
Nope. Listen, I like chicken sausage, but nope.
It was $8. Fucking.
Here's
it was
where
a rock with cheese on it. That's what that was.
Here's where you fucked up. You went to a place that said New York style pizza in fucking Portland. You go to any place that says New York style, that's not New York, you're in for a world of fucking hurt.
Right. But also, I was super hungover. And my other choice was Starbucks. Okay, it was a fucking a real Anne Frank's, not Anne Frank, but fucking
Wow.
No, what's the fucking? Sophie's Choice. That's what it was.
Hey guys,
the other Nazi one.
everybody,
But you see where I made the mistake, though. You see where I made the mistake. It wasn't Anne Frank. Sophie's Choice. Yeah, I didn't mention Goku, so it wasn't Anne Frank.
Jesus Christ.
I literally just forgot what I was about to say after that. I don't know. I have no idea what the fuck I was going to say. I have no idea.
Was it about the thing I just sent you, Ray?
I didn't take a look at that yet. Hold on.
So I am
Christ alive.
I am too closet.
Oh, I know what I was going to say.
I would eat that in a fave, retweet. I want the Razor Baja Blast. Please give me that.
You know what?
Razor Baja Blast is just Mountain Dew.
Razor's the only one that could probably make a defective taco.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, I know what I was about to say, though. Friend of the show, Ty, and friend of the show, Camille, they went to a friend's house where they had a fighting game tournament, with Soul Calibur included, and, like, they were apparently playing Soul Calibur, and, somebody made mention of, there's somebody with a very cursed fucking costume in Soul Calibur 6. And I was like, it's Ray. You're talking about Ray. It's Ray, isn't it?
It was Camille, Ty explaining that, and then Camille being like, it's Ray, isn't it?
Oh, that's how it exactly went.
God, fucking, where were this? So what's wild is, speaking of Taco Bell, So they opened up the Taco Bell experience in Minnesota. Oh, it's Taco Bell the 5, Minnesota, which is like that weird, like above, like, where it's just drive-thrus and a weird, like, fucking,
What?
What?
Yeah, Google
What?
Taco Bell the 5. Yeah, no, hold on, I found an image. It's
What the
insane.
fuck?
It's,
Dude,
yeah.
what?
Taco
That
Bell.
sounds like a
Taco
fever.
Bell.
That sounds like a fucking fever dream. Is what that sounds like.
It's a, yeah, hold on. It is a fucking. I am not shitting you all. Look at this fucking. This fucking
Oh my god, that looks
right. Okay. There is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
it
am I
is.
looking at here?
It is not a. Oh, look at that link. That is a lot of letters. Oh, that's an
everything.
error.
hold on, let me see if I can.
Yeah. Don't let the drunk girl tell you. Yeah, it's
Oh.
hot. Yeah,
All
look
right.
at that place.
That's.
I got it. What in the Christ
Yeah.
is this?
So
That's
so they
oh,
tweeted out
right.
that and
Huh?
fucking Sunny D's like, that's a nice restaurant. Why the hell would you put it in Minnesota? And that Sunny D, and so the highest response was like, yeah, listen, someone who's not relevant for the last 20 years can't speak. This is Minnesota, not the New York Knicks.
Oh.
Yeah. And
Oh,
fucking Sunny D blocked that person.
Okay,
my
my
God.
favorite thing-
Wait, Sunny D, like,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Should I just
bad
drink?
orange.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
the juice, Sunny D.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the brand.
That ain't
Fire
orange juice. That's
Yeah.
orange drink. That's
Yeah.
that ain't.
I have a phobia
complete
with Sunny D
difference.
because when I was a kid, I had like a glass of Sunny D and just immediately started vomiting for no fucking reason.
Ah, yeah.
I will never ever
I
drink Sunny
told,
D.
see, Tom, this proof. Black people cannot drink Sunny D. You want that purple stuff? That purple stuff in the back of the fridge. That's us.
I down that
our
mother. I
black
made
powers
fucking
specifically come from vitamin C.
I
Pure orange juice.
I made tequila sunrises with that motherfucking Sunny D, and that
Oh,
shit was
no.
good. I don't give a
Oh
shit.
no!
Shit.
Oh no! We went,
Oh.
Tom, you literally proved Trevor right. Because Ray's like, I drank Sunny once, I puked. Trevor's like, no, not for the black people. And Tom's like,
no.
I made a tequila sunrise. I was like, shit, I made a tequila sunrise.
No,
from Sunny
okay.
D.
The only
Listen.
reason why I only drank some of it is because Tom put tequila in it, and I was like, you know,
Did
this
the tequila help? Did the
Yeah.
tequila help?
tequila is the only saving grace
It
out
was
of
a
that
good
fucking
drink.
drink.
Oh my
I'm sorry, Tom, but my nigga says is telling me this is a bad idea. This is a bad
I
idea.
can't repeat that word. I can't repeat that word.
Tom, we will have to be here for 9 more minutes. Please don't start a race war. That's all I'm
No
asking.
promise.
On
I'm gonna throw
Juneteenth,
that exclamation point black in chat right now, just to be sure. Just to be sure.
you're gonna start a race war on Juneteenth? How dare you, y'all?
I'm asking
fucked up.
y'all. No
Listen.
race wars tonight. Just no.
Keep my mouth shut, dude.
on my
Jesus.
final-
Andy Switzerland. Just like nope.
I don't know,
On
man.
my
no.
final
I could
day,
definitely go to war right now.
on my final day of Provincetown, Trevor's like, Trevor takes out. He's like, "Yo, Tom, the cap of this bottle is broken. We gotta finish the Migos off tonight." So me and him both finished. I thought we had finished it off, and then I found the bottle in my fucking trunk with like that much left in it, and the cap was just like broken off and jammed halfway in. But I ended up putting about like 4 or 5 shots of Casamigos in my Sunny D chalice along with ginger ale, and I chugged that entire fucking thing. Let me tell you.
Wait, you didn't
Aw,
tell me you put
dude.
ginger ale in that. Oh, what the hell,
You were
Tom?
by the time, Trevor, by the time I put the ginger ale in it, let me do an impression of you at that point.
You didn't
You-
tell. Why the hell would you put ginger ale in that?
It was the only mixer
Oh.
we had left in the house, and we had to finish it off before we could.
Oh my god.
Just, I'm still trying to wrap my mind around the some black people can't drink anything because this is a new experience.
No,
And,
that-
like,
We got
That shit-
pepper drink.
That shit is like that shit is fucking orange kryptonite.
all right. So tomorrow I'll make some clips, and there's the new TikTok. The new
Oh
TikTok.
Here's
my
the thing.
God.
Ray said it so
I got
matter
you
of
covered.
factly that
Oh
that's
my
right. But
Black
God.
people will drink orange soda. Will probably
Yo,
drink
you know what?
orange
Fuck,
juice.
I'm getting some orange soda right now.
drinks?
I'll be right
Nah.
back.
fuck, I want some orange soda.
Yeah, same here.
Orange soda good.
I still
chugged.
have chocolate covered gummy bears, so I'm.
I had to
golden.
drive the next day too. This is like we got fucking wasted on the Anna Nicole Smiths, which was a bad fucking idea, but a good fucking idea.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh,
And then
Lord
we
in
decided to
heaven.
follow that up. So on the final day of our trip up there, because Trevor's like, fuck it, we haven't gone to a single club. Me and him ended up going to a gay bar.
I got some sun-kissed right now.
Yeah,
Oh
Sunny D.
damn.
You
Nice.
can
Nice.
trust. Yeah, the
Uh,
Sunny you can trust. You can't trust Sunny D.
I don't know what the fuck possessed me to buy the Sunny D. We are in the grocery store. Like, there's real human. Trevor already put a real human orange juice in there, and I'm like, fuck it, I really am in the mood for Sunny D.
Tom, did you see some water, some grape sut, and they're like, oh man, Sunny D, did that happen to you?
No, if they had the purple
Be
stuff, I would have gotten the purple stuff, like, post
I
fucking.
cannot believe we're witnessing the origin of Tom's heel turn. Oh my god.
Listen, it meant I got a whole thing of Sunny D to myself for that entire week. It was great.
We call that white
Damn.
privilege.
This is
So-
this is the weirdest hill I've seen Tom die on.
Damn.
I'm not even.
What's up,
I'm not saying it was a good thing. It was a dumb fucking move. But I will say that by the end of it, I chugged that entire fucking thing. I definitely blacked out while we were watching Our Flag Means Death. And I will tell you this: I woke up the next day with some fucking spice in my Dune levels of spice in my DMs. So I don't know what the fuck happened, but I turned into Casa the Casamigos turned me into Casa fucking Nova. That's all I'm gonna say.
So,
Amazing.
Interject real
Amazing.
quick. I know something definitely happened because I don't know what I ate that previous night, but I had to drop a dookie at 6 a.m. So I'm on the toilet checking Twitter as a normal person does, and all I saw was Tom tweeting at like 6:30. It was like I fought the Migos and the Migos won. I was like, so I'm like, same hat.
That was the next morning when we had to because in my when I initially asked what our leaving schedule was for Provincetown, I thought we were supposed to be out of the place at noon. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'll have time to rest in a little bit, hit up the dispensary up here, cause our cars weren't parked all that far, but they were all uphill. So I'm like, and once we basically took the cars out, they're out. So I'm like, okay, I had to wake up at 9, start packing all of our shit in, and I was so hungover. I did that thing where I'm pretty sure I wasn't even I didn't wake up hungover. I'm pretty sure I was still drunk when I woke up.
Oh, Jeebus.
And I'm like,
that's very good.
we walked over to a place to get brunch, and I'm like, cinnamon French toast and a fucking coffee. I need sugar, I need grease, and I need coffee in my system now. Otherwise, I won't be able to do the 11-hour drive home.
I don't know how the fuck you manage.
That's too many. That's too many hours.
Because we had to go from Provincetown.
6 hours. Fuck that.
We had to go from Provincetown to Boston to drop our friend Alan off. Drive another 3 hours to get to Yonkers to drop Trevor off. Hour and a half to drop Jay off, and then a final hour. The worst part of that entire thing, Trevor, was about maybe 4 hours into the drive, I passed by the exit that I would take to go home, and I'm like,
no.
it's 3 o'clock. I'm like, damn, I could just go home right now if I wanted.
I'm like, Tom, we could just go back to your place and just sleep there, and I could finally pet Tessie, that dumb bitch. I love her. Tessie,
Okay,
you're
so-
hearing
so
this.
I
I love
so-
you, bitch.
Wait,
I
hold
ever
on.
had
Two
to
things.
do.
Two things. Ray, you go first because you have a story.
Yeah, the longest drive I ever had to do was a solo drive from Colossal Con back to New York.
Yeah.
By myself, when I was promised that someone would help me. And
fuck.
at the time, so what ended up happening, at the time my ex was working, with the booth, and she was going to drive back with me. We were going to split the drive up. They decided they did so well that they're going to spend an extra day there, so she stayed with them, which meant that it was the plan. Her reasoning for it was well, don't worry, you have I don't think I want to say their name out here because we know the person. So
Right.
you know the person that visited you recently, his wife.
Oh yes.
Apparently
yes,
yeah.
yeah.
They were like, she can help you drive. I'm like, all right, I guess. The problem is like, all right, look, do you want to start or should I start? So she started, but she did not drive well. So I'm like, do me a favor, pull over. I'm like, just do me a favor and pull over. I'll just handle the drive. So I had to do the drive solo. And on top of that, it's Ohio. So
Oh no.
So,
no.
Unfortunately, there was traffic on the highway, so Google Maps directed me to go through some of the smaller towns.
Oh no!
And the smaller, and that's when I found out really quick that they are really
call a bad idea.
And this is when I found out that they are a big fan of the Confederacy, because I never saw so many Confederate flags out on the front lawns of houses.
Weird, because as we said in the past, Ohio doesn't exist. So that's weird.
Yeah. I literally told them, like, if a cop wants to pull us over, we're getting out of this town before I go to the side of the road. I'm not fucking stopping here.
It's safer to run.
Yeah.
My
The
final
fucking
question,
Cracker
though,
Barrel.
But like that was like 10 hours.
God.
By myself.
Burn them all.
We stopped at a Cracker Barrel one time coming back from Colossal Con.
I have never felt so much hate simmering on that table since I've ever been to Cracker Barrel.
You were not only did we get there, but this was like Trevor's like, fuck it, I'm not driving. So we had lit Trevor in the Cracker Barrel. The dude sitting in the table next to us, it was a man of probably like 65, his wife, daughter, and their kids. And this dude is wearing a full white suit. This man had slaves in his family, and we're like within like 2 generations. And he looked over as Trevor.
I got a good white suit story in a moment. Go ahead.
Like,
I
can't believe you're into Kevin, Ohio.
I forget what drink Trevor ordered, but I think it was even something just like a fucking lemonade or something. And Trevor just takes one sip and goes, "Yo, this shit's fucking banging," word I can't say. And I thought this man was about to fucking run. I thought this man was about to cover the infant's ears and the football run out of there, calling the cops on
I don't care. Let him run. Get the fucking racists out of my fucking face. We literally, on God, I swear, we had like the whole fucking UN table in fucking Cracker Barrel. Like, I never felt so many white people stare at me.
That is wild.
So, quick question before we continue with anything: has Trevor never met Tessie?
Oh no, Trevor's
No, I
met Tessie
have.
before.
I miss her. I miss this bitch.
Okay. I thought it was implying that you met Tessie. I was like, fuck, even Ray and I met Tessie. I was like, did you not meet the good girl Tessie?
No, Remy.
No,
You can always Remy Tessie.
Right.
I don't know what you said was the idea, but like since John Con is no longer a possibility, you said that like I don't think we were gonna be able to rent a place in Providence now, but you said something about renting a place wherever.
Yeah, like Cape Cod, or
But,
like
Yeah, we got Cape Cod. That's what you said. You gotta get a fucking place in Cape Cod.
Cape Cod's it's all the way east in Massachusetts. It's like it's on the tip of the island there.
Because like I had like 5 people go to Cape Cod this week. I'm like, what the fuck's going on in Cape Cod this week?
Chris knows the story. Chris also knows the story, by the way. Speaking of people in white suits, friend of the show who was on my very special Super Bowl episode, Kevin. I met up with him at Dragon Con one year. Well, actually, both me and Chris, I believe. That was both me and Chris met up with him at Dragon Con. And he decided, because he was in the South for one reason or another, to wear a full-blown ass white suit. Now,
white seersucker suit.
White seersucker suit. Now, I want to give props to Kevin, because he somehow went to the future and decided to cosplay as Candy from the Django Unchained, like right in front of my fucking face, because that's exactly what it fucking looked like. And I'm like, Kevin, your suit just gave me like 15 lashes for being insubordinate. Like, what the fuck are you wearing right now? Like, what the fuck are you wearing?
That I'm not gonna repeat because it's a Ray word and not a Chris word.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely told him that his suit has definitely called me the N-word 3 times within the last 5 minutes. And I also said that looking at his suit is making me internally hear Negro spirituals in my head.
Also,
Jesus!
I wanna clarify that when Ray said the gamer word, it was not with the soft A, it was the hard ER.
Oh my
and like,
God. Oh.
and like, there's no comeback from that, that's when you get dunked on for not being last time you were with the Knicks was good.
His ex was with them, and she was like, "I'm not defending this. I told you it was a bad idea."
Yeah, shit. Like, oh, look at that, a perfectly good distraction. Gotta go.
Go.
I will say.
Distraction.
Oh, go for it.
What was the other thing? Shit. What was the other thing with that suit? Oh yeah,
no,
I just straight up told him like what I asked him where his plantation land was.
Yeah,
that was the other thing.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, we have fun, Kev. Okay, so I have to run because it's past 11 o'clock, and Amanda does have work tomorrow, and I don't, so I don't want to be screaming about the N-word and Seersucker suits.
No worries. No worries.
If I log off, is it gonna fuck up your algorithm, or?
I mean, you'll just have to redo the
reset
cameras.
Okay, so I'll be in chat, but this was very fun. Bunga cow or whatever. I'll see you all next. Yes.
Bye.
Yep.
Bye. Have a bye.
Okay, give me a second to reset these cameras. Chris will now be the recipient.
You only have half.
Oh my god, Ray is Chris now.
I have titties now.
Damn. All right.
What?
Man,
so yeah.
I like how you caught that moment, like a extra large.
Right on him.
Nice. Oh yeah. And I've gone completely off center.
There we go.
Get these titties out of here.
Hello, chat, Chris.
We watched so much fucking Atlanta. That still might be the best fucking show of the year.
Yeah, season 3 fucking hits. I don't know what the fuck people are saying. Like, oh man, I don't know why. Like half the
I keep hearing good things about this show, particularly from the two of you.
Yeah, I don't know why half the season is like thrown away from the cast. Like, trust me, it's fucking worth it.
So, when we were at John Con, we watched Seinfeld, and here's a fun fact about me: the first time I ever took a flight was when I was 17 years old, and that would have been the summer of 2001. So I literally took my very first flight, months before September 11th.
So right before it became hard to get a flight anywhere.
Right. So my experiences with airports have always been post 9/11 fucking bullshit. So I didn't really remember the airport pre 9/11, but I'm watching that episode of Seinfeld because they were going through the airport, and I don't watch Seinfeld, so I can't even tell people's names. I think it was Kramer or whatever. They were gonna meet Seinfeld at the airport to pick him up and shit like that. And I'm like,
yep.
Oh, so this is what people talk about, where you could just freely walk through a fucking airport.
Yeah, you could just walk. You could just walk to the gate like it was fucking nothing.
Yeah.
But then I kind of remembered it, and I'm like, oh, that's right. I remember this is the airport out of Long Island. I don't even remember the fucking name of it anymore. Isla MacArthur Airport. Yeah, that's right. I'm like, oh, that's right. I do remember just walking through Isla MacArthur Airport, going wherever the fuck I want.
I took a bunch of flights when I was younger. My first flight was I went to Ireland when I was 18 months old.
Same.
There's a wee little baby.
A tiny wee little baby lad. Yeah, they cut me off at 2 drinks. Gotta show some restraint. I will. Oh yeah, I'm not even joking. I was 13 years old. No, last time I went I was 17. But when I was 13, I went up. One of my third cousins got married, and let me tell you, an in Ireland wedding is the motherfucking wildest shit on the planet goddamn earth.
Yeah.
You had motherfuckers in kilts just dancing on tables, and when I say dancing, I don't mean really dancing. I mean they were just kind of stomping on the tables while yelling out shit like, "Oh, you don't fucking party out here! Come on here, yeah!"
That's weird.
It was less dancing and more than
a strip club.
They were just testing the structural integrity of all the furniture there. But I know I brought this moment up on stream before, but the crowning moment for me was it's 2:30 in the morning. the groom, the bride is nowhere to be seen. Bride left fucking hours ago. The groom is at the bar with his entire groomsmen, and they are doing shots as fast as the bartender could pour them. And my mom goes up to him and goes, "Hey, John, it's 2:30 in the morning on your wedding night. Isn't there like somewhere else you'd rather be right now?" He looks at my mom, looks at me, looks at the shot, looks at me, looks at the shot, looks at his groomsman, looks at the shot, looks at my mom, looks at the shot, genuinely gets confused, and then just blurts out, "Ah, yeah, the fucking, don't worry, Mary, I'll be getting to that soon enough." Throws the shot back. I think he tossed the shot glass behind the bar.
Amazing. Amazing.
That's what I aspire to be when I get fucking drunk.
That's incredible.
Well,
That just reminds me. That reminds me of when I went to the Philippines for my cousin's wedding when I was still little. I was not young enough to drink, but that did not stop my cousins from passing me bottles of beer the entire reception, much to the chagrin of my mother. I think I was 16 at the time, and my cousins just did not give a fuck. They did not give a fuck. It was a huge ass wedding too, because they didn't have just one lechon kawali. They had 2 lechon kawali, which by the way is whole roasted pig.
Yeah,
so,
but I was saying, isn't that a full ass
delicious.
fucking pig?
Yeah, they had 2, because they had that many guests at the fucking reception, and it was great. Oh my god.
The
And
swine
everyone-
is fine.
I learned more Filipino and Tagalog swear words that night than I have ever had learning Tagalog anything from my parents in my entire life. Oh my god.
About Labor Day weekend, 7 years ago now, I want to say. Goddamn, Fry has been married for a long ass time. My old college roommate got married, and me, friend of the show, CB Artist, the guy who did most of our emotes, and Vinny decided to go down for the wedding, which was being held in Philly. So we're like, fuck it, let's I'm like, hey, they're getting married on Sunday. I'm like, do you guys have anything to do on Thursday and Friday? They're like, no. I'm like, let's just go down to Philly early, stay an extra couple of nights at the hotel, and just bullshit around. They're like, yeah, okay, fuck it, let's do it. We ended up going to the bar owned by Rob McEllery and Kate Olsen from Always Sunny, Max Tavern. And as we're driving up, I'm like, Max and Vinny are like, oh, it's going to be so great to see Fry again. We're going to hang out. And I'm like, guys, I don't want to be like, the bearer of like bad news or put a damper on anyone's time or anything. But I'm like, keep in mind as we go up to kind of temper the expectations, because fuck it. Like, Fry's got an entire ass wedding to plan, and we're probably seeing him for like dinner one night. But I'm like, he's probably going to be real fucking busy the rest of the weekend. So, like, we'll have us to chill around with, but we're probably not going to see all that much of him. No, Fry was a little shit and frequently just left the wedding table to go do dumb shit with us. Like bourbon
Incredible.
shit. But I think the crowning moment for me, they ended up getting married at a fucking, like, Botanical Gardens. And I was smoking at the time. So, like, I remember they sat us at, like, the singles table with one of the bride's friends, and like, he doesn't watch our streams anyway, fuck it, I'll tell it. When we were in college, the girl that he was dating in college was definitely not the girl he ended up getting married to.
Whoopa.
So, when they were all giving their vows, and they're like, oh, yes, he met his wife when they were in college together. I'm like,
Uh-oh.
better pay me in some free drinks. Keep that quiet. He's like, it's an open bar. I'm like, you better pay me in drinks. Keep that quiet. So he's like, I put you in with one of my wife's friends. I think you'll like her. She's kind of nerdy. We sat down next to her, and I remember she looked at Vinny, who was wearing a bow tie. She's like, oh, that's very Doctor Who. He's like, who's, oh, you like Doctor Who? She's like, oh, I like all Doctor Who, except for the 9th Doctor. I really didn't like him. We're all like, well, we have nothing to fucking say to you.
Oh.
Oops.
But I go out to have a smoke, And
I will never get it. I don't think I'll ever be a fan of Doctor Who because of literally Doctor Who fans. But go on.
I can't blame you on that one. Really can't, especially like nowadays. Before it was a little more tolerable, but yeah, now it's a ooh. So I go outside to have a smoke. I am shithouse. I am so fucking gone. And I go out, I have my smoke. As I'm walking back, out of nowhere, there's just materialized a box of like 60 warm, soft pretzels.
What?
And I'm like, I literally act like I just discovered gold. I look at them. I run over to our table. I'm like, soft pretzels, follow me now. I run to the wedding table, and I'm like, Fry, you gotta come with me. I found soft pretzels. He's like, I know! We put them there! Isn't it fucking great? I'm like, yeah, it is. You wanna come have some? He's like, yeah, I do! And literally started running about, like, 10 minutes before, like, his first fucking dance with his wife to go eat soft pretzels with us like fucking gremlins and drink bourbon.
That's amazing. Holy shit.
Fuck,
We
damn,
literally
man,
had his
I
wife
want a
come
fucking
in.
pretzel now.
Literally, his wife came in and is like, we gotta fucking dance. He's like, oh, hold on.
Did he do the first dance with his wife with a half a soft pretzel in his mouth?
Nope. He has some mustard.
Aww.
He definitely has some mustard on him.
Amazing. Amazing.
That wedding was nuts because everyone on the groom side of the family came from old white money, and everyone on the bride side of the family came from older whiter money. So everyone there over the age of 50 looked like a bad guy from Caddyshack.
Oh Lord. Okay, understood.
There were literally no minorities at the entire thing, except for the band and the people who were working the event. And the first song the band plays to the widest audience of their entire fucking career, Marvin Gaye's "What's Going On."
Oh,
Was this Connecticut?
God.
This was Pennsylvania.
Oh, well, close
Because
enough.
literally, like, you know, we went to Fairfield University, where, like, hey, you know, Chef, you know 1/8 of the minorities at Fairfield University that year.
Pretty much. I could literally count on both of my hands how many not white people there were in my class alone at Fairfield University.
We had like 2 Puerto Ricans, one guy straight from Nigeria who was the basketball team, who I remember we came in one time to him literally ordering a goat.
Yeah, I remember that story. Holy shit.
Like 2 Filipinos, 2 Puerto Ricans, and
Tom
Jared
knew
being like the
me.
only Jew.
Yeah. Tom knew me and Jamie, and by extension also knew every other Asian on campus because that is how many there were.
Until we were seniors and Warlock came and that was like 1 more.
Warlock and his brother, that's 2 more.
Yeah. And they were also smart enough not to go to the whitest wedding on the planet Earth.
Yep.
The
They
more
got
I
an
keep
invite.
hearing about this wedding, about how there's like no black people out. You ever seen the Charlie Brown movie with when they're in like summer vacation or whatever, and like Snoopy was out on the beach and got kicked out, and they pulled out the sign that said no dogs allowed. The more I hear that, the more I keep thinking about no blacks allowed.
I think at one point I mentioned that to Max and Vinny, and I think Max, after a couple of drinks, said, I think we are the black people at this wedding. Because we were definitely the poorest people there by leaps and bounds.
Oh my god.
Have you guys watched The League?
Oh,
No, I have
I'm
not.
like a couple I've only seen like the first 2 seasons, but
I have
yeah.
not watched it at all. Also, I'm gonna go
Did you
grab
see
some
the
more
episode
snacks.
with the-
I will be right
Did you
back.
see the episode with the white party?
Oh my god. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Basically, the gang decides to host a freaking, you know, like a white party, like how whoever the fuck did it out in the Hamptons or whatnot. And
P. Diddy?
they just P. Diddy. And they decided to go ahead and have a sign in the front of the party that said whites only. So that went really well. And one of the characters, whose nickname is Taco, decided to recently, you know, practice with a Naginta sword. And he also does music. So he just kept on doing a song that had the words like, Naginta, Naginta, oh my Naginta, 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 oh my Naginta. You think you're better than me? Then with my Naginta, I will have to say, Naginta, please. And definitely all the black people were like, yeah, I'm leaving.
Wow, I clearly came back to the worst thing. Jesus Christ.
I think one of my favorite moments from that, and if Vine was still up, I'd still be able to pull this clip up, but I remember they started playing Tonto Jump On It, and like, and the entire dance floor turned into a fucking Gap commercial as so many white people ran on the floor and tried to do the fucking Fresh Prince. So I just took out my phone, recorded a Vine of just someone doing the like hip movement, and titled it "White People." I don't think I've ever seen Vinny laugh that fucking hard in my entire life.
Oh my god.
But no, if you want like and some backup to that, like to Max's statement there, they thought I was the bus driver on no fewer than 5 occasions.
Oh Jesus H. Christmas.
Oh no, Ray! I just found a fucking clip of the Naginta. Oh.
By the way, Taco is the same guy that did that song "Show Me Your Genitals" that was popular on the fucking internet.
Oh, that's where that came from. Okay.
Show me your genitals.
He's the same guy.
Genitals.
Oh my god.
He's the
All
same
right.
fucking guy.
Okay, I have context now, Ray. Thank you.
Oh my god.
No, but Tom, that literally just reminded me of the wedding me and Erica just went to, because I swear to God, me as the Filipino and Eric as the Puerto Rican were the only 2 brown people in that entire fucking room. It was so fucking awkward. Oh my god.
I love weddings, but my god, I'm like, if this wasn't an open bar, I'd hate everything. But it was an open
Same.
bar, so everything ruled.
Same. Erica looked at me like at some point to their wedding. She's like, "We need to do a wedding smaller than this. This is too much. This is way too fucking much."
Honestly, I'm gonna say that's the one great thing our generation is embracing is the fucking smaller, like 20 people wedding.
Oh god, yeah. Like I actually did some research on that. Like micro weddings are huge now, and like, yeah, no, that makes sense. That checks out.
Right. Honestly,
Yeah, you had
I
the small
can't-
wedding for like all your close friends, and then you had the celebration when you're trying to get fucking
Right.
plastered.
I don't-
Get absolutely annihilated. Yeah.
I don't think I'll find. I don't think I'm gonna go ahead and have a wedding ceremony. Like I could not tolerate like tons and tons of people, like at a wedding. I don't think I can. I think it would just be like a family, like a close family thing, and then like maybe friends would be like something else. Like I wouldn't be able to do it.
Ray, I'm envisioning your wedding.
I don't think I could even handle going into a church.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Half of us, I'm pretty sure we'd walk in and like immediately get set on fire.
I'd probably like ask like a smart ass question. It's like, so you had any you know, scandals in this place?
Oh Jesus fucking Christ!
Like I would just immediately, like I would just be like, go there immediately, and then I would. It'll probably just be at a park. That's what I'm saying.
I'm envisioning, Ray, if you had to do like the kind of wedding most people would do, I'm just envisioning you like everyone takes their seats and you're like, okay, thank you all for coming. Please direct your attention to the monitor right there, and yeah, have a good one. You walk and it's just gonna be like just a highlight clip of just like Overwatch boops and Yakuza memes, and then it's just gonna be you jacking off onto a thing that says, "Get the fuck out of here! I drank all the liquor."
Absolutely fair. It's like, guys, I know I said I had an open bar, but I drank all the open bar. They're like, you did what? I'm like, the entire open bar. I drank it.
But there's no
All of it.
limit to an open bar. They made a limit.
Found one.
It's like
I'm
that
doing
scene
trigonometry.
it's like that scene. It's like that scene in Parks and Rec where it's like, I want all the bacon and all the eggs, and then like he stops the waiter. Is like, I think you might have misunderstood me and think I just want a lot of bacon and a lot of eggs.
Like,
I
no,
need you to
put 'em
make
out, son.
all of the bacon, and I need you to make all of the eggs there and bring it out. Thank you.
Yeah, that's it.
They just turn around. It's just you. Your pants are down. You have somehow have the like lamp fez covering your face, holding an empty bottle of whiskey. Every single bottle has been busted there. You know what the thing said.
There's just a thing on the top left-hand corner, play of the game.
There will be no encore.
So, I sent you guys a picture from my new office on the scenery that I have, and yeah. I mean, you're not gonna be able to find out. No one's gonna be able to find out where I am. Times Square is huge. Good luck finding me. Anyway, so
Like finding me, I'm behind 7 proxies.
you can. Pretty dude, the security in this building is fucking tight. Anyway, I showed him I showed the Snark Exchange a picture of the fact that you could see the fucking New Year's Eve ball like right out of the window on it. And then like I'm like, you know what, I didn't actually take a look at anything else around here, and I saw the fucking Yahoo office building, and I'm like, wow, that building looks like shit. Like the roof actually looks like ass. Like it's not great.
bad,
There are
huh?
so many holes in it. You think the degenerates that got kicked off Tumblr just like fucked it out of spite?
Hey,
Well, sure,
yo.
Jeff, you should have been able to see it. I sent the picture in our chat.
Oh yeah, no, I remember it. I remember it.
Yeah, no, that building looks like ass. Like, I don't know why they would keep that building in that condition, but it's Yahoo. So, you know what? Maybe that's it.
That's wacky.
Actually, funny thing, I think I probably might have an idea as to where it is. 'Cause there's actually like there's actually 2 rooftop bars that are like in that area. One of them that's literally so like, oh shit, is that the fucking ball for the New Year's? I'm like, oh shit. And one of them, one of those rooftop bars is apparently like it's like relatively cheap to like rent out for like
Really?
a party. Relatively cheap. It ain't like
So when I was trained, the IT guy from the West Coast flew in. So on the Wednesday of the first week I worked, they wanted to have a go out and drink, like a drink event and whatnot. And
Right.
Don't worry, I established dominance. But originally one of the places was going to be the Knickerbocker.
excuse me?
But for one reason or another, we decided against it.
Sure.
Trevor, you
That
know,
was the
you knew
perfect
exactly what I said.
It's like on Wednesday when I said I found a vigor wasp and Trevor was just like, you found a what now?
Hey Tom, what was that drinking? What was that drinking utility?
Oh,
you
the
went with
measurer. The measurer. Yeah.
I tried to get at one attempt to try and get Tom to say nigga at least once a
Oh
year.
my god.
Somehow,
Exclamation point black in chat, please.
somehow, never fails me.
Holy crap.
Now I gotta wait until next year to do it again.
I would need to be blackout drunk.
Tom did that before once, remember?
Yeah, no, actually I don't. That's the problem.
Oh, yeah, I was about to say, yeah, the problem is he doesn't remember.
That was a night that I got. I got crossfaded as shit. And honestly, you could have told me I said anything, and I probably would have been like, yeah, no, I can see a situation where you went on a 20-minute tirade about the Littomite children and why they shouldn't exist. Yeah, that makes sense. Someone probably brought it up and I said, fuck them.
Fucking kids.
Amazing. Absolutely incredible.
Oh, by the way, because we mentioned it earlier, the Anna Nicole, the drink, that this bar made was blueberry vodka,
Really?
Sprite, homemade grenadine, which was the most dangerous shit on the planet, because that shit was delicious.
It's
and I think
surprisingly
rum,
easy
too.
to make grenadine, yeah.
But our bartender
acted
liked us, so we started getting the heavy pours.
Oh, fuck, nice. You gotta love that.
I just
Then
looked
we
at the
ran
chat.
into like some this couple that was like real estate agents. I still have
Yeah.
the fucking card.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's right. We were talking to them about charity stuff.
Nice.
Oh shit.
I don't want to talk to anybody that's a stranger in a bar ever again. Because
No, they came up to us and were like talking, and I was like, wait, is this gonna be one of those like we like your vibe, we're gonna buy you a drink? Wait, hold up.
Yeah.
I mean, we wouldn't mind it. We wouldn't mind it, but
the previous the karaoke bar I usually go to, this is before COVID. There was like this regular that used to show up, and he was like he worked like in an investment firm with stocks and shit like that. So he knew I worked IT, and he would ask me like questions about technology because he figured like nobody else, like everybody else there was fucking old as shit and didn't know shit about technology or whatever. So like, hey, what's the latest trend? So like at one point I was like, yo, go ahead and buy AMD stock, because this is around the time where Ryzen CPUs were coming out. So yeah, I'm like, he's like, oh cool, I'll go ahead and look into that. So like a few months after that, like actually not even a few months, probably like 6 months after that, I saw him there, and it's like, and he comes up, he's like, hey, that advice you gave me worked out amazing. We made like bank off of that, you know, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, oh cool, so you're gonna buy me like a drink or two, right? He's like, yeah, let me get it. And then he was like, oh wait, hold on a moment. So he takes out his phone. He's like, oh, I'm gonna go. I'm sorry, this is the fiance. She wants me to snap a dick pic. I'll be right back. And then heads to the bathroom.
What the fuck?
And I'm like, what the fuck just happened? And then I never saw him ever again.
oh my god. Also, Ray, you actually just reminded me about the Knickerbocker Hotel, because the rooftop bar I was talking about is actually called St. Cloud's rooftop bar at the Knickerbocker. The Knickerbocker. Okay. Shit, I can't even say it right now.
Go ahead, try it.
Knickerbocker. Got it. You did it. You did it.
Thank you.
It's always fun, especially at the karaoke bar when Ray goes out to drink too much, because like I don't know if it's the reception in there is like bad sometimes, but like or just like something always fucking happens. Like every time he goes out there, something crazy fucking happens.
Yeah.
Yesterday, always has a story
I gotta
to
tell you
tell.
yesterday's story, actually. Go ahead.
And sometimes it'll like either like I'll look at his speech pattern and I'm like, okay, Ray is like 5 shits to the wind, and will tell us the second like the first half of the telling us the story will be in the head, and then the second half will make it to the phone. So all of a sudden, like at 2:30 in the morning, sometimes we'll get messages like, that motherfucker tried it again, and I'm gonna throw him off a roof. Like, okay,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Dude, so yesterday, we stayed at, because a friend of ours is gonna move to Ohio, and which I
Why?
even though I don't know, I don't fucking know, but even after I told him, listen, Ohio is not real, you don't have to go, but he still is going to go to Ohio for one reason or another. Anyway, but he's like, it was like, this is a pre-party. Next week is going to be his going away party. So we hanged out until like closing. They closed the bar at like 3 a.m. So I'm like, well, I'm fucking hungry. So I'm going to go ahead and, you know, get something in Koreatown, because the karaoke bar is in Koreatown. And unfortunately, at 3 a.m., your options are really limited to one of two places. So I went to one of the two places, and I set my ass down. And I'm I'm like, hey, I want to get this, and I want to have a Kieran, please. And they're like, I'm sorry, it's after hours for drinking. We can't serve beer. I'm like, all right, well, give me a Coke. So like, then later, like right after that, like these 3 Asian guys sit next to me at a table, and they got 2 bottles of soju, and I'm like, how? So I get up, I go over to my waiter, I'm like, hey, listen, I know you told me that it's after hours for liquor, but they got 2 bottles of soju. Can I just get 1 Kieran, please? So like, he looked at the table, went back, and then eventually he came back with a Kieran. As soon as I took my first sip of the Kieran, one of the guys starts bawling and crying.
What?
And it's a very loud crying, and it is a very sob-filled crying.
Uh-oh.
And like the 2 other guys are just staring at him, and like these people are like about 8 feet away from me. So like I have a front row seat while I'm trying to eat like late ass drunk dinner while I'm watching a guy like cry hysterically.
Dinner in the
And like
show.
there was like, and I just sat there like, what the fuck do I do right now? Like, do I just like try to eat? Do I watch this? Do I like? I was just like, all right, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna go ahead and put on my Samsung earbuds and put the noise canceling on, and I'm just gonna try to eat my food. But then like it's weird to watch a guy bawl and cry, and then like it went to like slamming his fists on the table. So like this is all now mute to me because of the earbud. And I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck is going on, but this is really fucking awkward even with the earbuds. I kind of can't eat.
I would have just like
So
leaned over and slowly taken the taken the drink. Well, you won't need this.
He's like, buddy, you don't need this anymore, do you?
And like his friends aren't even saying anything. Like that's just even, it's just like happening, and no one's they're not trying to cheer him up, they're not trying to console him. Like it's just happening, and I'm like, this is fucking super awkward.
I think you may be in the middle of an
awkward as
actual
hell.
like Korean subway.
I was about to say, am I in a K-drama right now?
Where are the cameras at? Hold on.
Yeah, no,
But
that was
it's-
just super fucking weird.
It's so funny trying to like, because usually at the time it happens, me and Chef are like the only 2 people who are awake, or like, so it's like sometimes we just have to like decipher. I'm like, okay, did Bray kill anyone?
I think the most oddball story, which I almost did get into a fight, but then it didn't happen, and then I laughed boisterously about it, was after a night of karaoke, go, of course, to get food. I feel like I should just bring, like, a snack with me now after karaoke to eat to avoid any of this shit. Koreatown is very famous for people being very pukey and very sick with soju. So
Yeah, that's bad.
I'm walking up the block, and there's like definitely this woman that is like passed down the ground around her friends, and they're trying to
Lord
like
in
wake
heaven.
her up and everything like that. And I'm looking at them like she's very unresponsive. I'm like, you guys need to get an ambulance. Did any of you call 911? They're like, no, we didn't call 911. I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna call 911 then. And like one of the guys was like, no, don't call 911. I'm like, bro, she's probably like really bad. She needs help right now. So the guy was like getting very, very loud and getting in my face. And I'm like, you know what? I'll back up because I don't want to get arrested tonight. Like I literally just said that, and I walk back, and I am voicing my complaints to them after I called 911 because I just walked my distance. I called 911, and then afterwards, I'm like, I'm still fucking mad though, and I just kept ranting about this. So like, eventually the ambulance.
Only
Go
like
ahead.
it started off to us at like 2:30 in the morning. Like, these motherfuckers don't care about her. I'm gonna fucking get them. I'm calling 911 myself. Like as the
We were
opening
so
line.
confused, dude. Like, what the fuck is he talking about?
So I'm like, I feel like Columbo trying to piece together a story that's starting in the middle and like working my way back. I'm like, okay, someone got drunk. Continue from here.
So eventually the ambulance comes up. They put her on a stretcher, and the most hilarious thing happens. And I'm sorry, this involves the B word again, because I know I said that word earlier and you kind of gagged. But they put her on a stretcher. They're about to roll an ambulance. Apparently, like, one of her friends didn't like the way that her head was positioned or whatnot. It's like, no, she looks uncomfortable, and they were trying to be like, please don't touch the patient, and everything like that. But no, she got through anyway, and she's trying to adjust the person in the stretcher, and then she magically becomes awake and vomits right on her friend.
Ooh, well, that's what you get.
And then I just witnessed it from afar, and then I just die laughing in the middle of the fucking sidewalk.
Oh, I would have been gone. No saving me. I would have been pissing myself. I would have been laughing so hard.
And then I'm like,
I gotta save her.
I'm like, you know what? This is a good time to just fucking go home now. Instead of getting food, I just go home.
So it ends to us like, the bitch got vomited on, I can finally sleep. And we're like, okay.
Yeah.
Nope.
Like, all right, yeah, that, sure, that was a ride.
Good night. 4 a.m, click.
Alright, I don't know about you, but I'm about to fucking pass.
Yeah, I just looked at the
we're
time.
done.
I want to thank
Yep.
everyone for coming out
Yep,
tonight.
yep,
This
yep.
has been a blast, both with Turtle Time and bringing another closing bell back in. We're going to throw a raid
Absolutely
over
hilarious.
to our good friend Slow Beef, who actually just finished, it's not out yet, but it's available to wishlist on Steam. Beef is trying to stand at making a game. I've been seeing him post about it on a side account for a
Very
while.
nice,
It's looking
very
real
nice.
fucking good. But right now they're doing some World of Horror Chivo hunting. We will be back tomorrow with Chef's
Tomorrow,
good
8
old
p.m.
time.
Yep, it's we're gonna chill and hang out and play some Power Wash Simulator because I really like that game.
Hey, I'll be back with some more 13 Sentinels. And Trevor and Ray, do you have any idea what you guys got for this week?
I'll
just
just be
continuing
back
with
with something. I'm fucking winging it, bitch.
Trevor will be
Well,
wingdinging
Yeah, I'm just
And-
kidding.
Wingdings.
That's
and
really
more
it.
Raykuza 4. All right, sounds good. And well, we'll catch you all later. Again, fuck cops, be good to one another. Turtle time, turtle
Yep.
power.